Chapter 2. We see the MC shocked and scared as he calls out to Miyu and slowly asks her who in the world is she. Miyu looks at him and gives an eerie smile. She smiles and tells him that she's Fukagawa Miyu. He panics and tells her that his mom just told him that Miyu is already dead. Hearing this makes Miyu question it. She smiles and tells him that he says weird things, and Fukagawa Miyu is in front of him right now. Hearing this shocks the MC. As they are going into her house, he thinks, what the heck could this mean? In the house, we see Miyu's student ID. He looks at the ID and sees all the information is correct. He worries as he says that she really is Fukagawa Miyu, and even her birthday is the same. As he sits on the sofa, he thinks that it's the same old Fukagawa's house too, and everything's the same as he remembers. He looks worried as he says that he hasn't seen her family register yet, but maybe his mom just made a mistake. Suddenly, Miyu comes from the back and asks him if he's still doubting her. Seeing her suddenly pop up from the back scares him. She continues and tells him that he doesn't need to be so nervous. It's not like she's a criminal and she wouldn't lie about her ID either. He starts sweating bullets as he asks her if she's really Miyu. She smiles and says yes. He panics and asks her again, is she really the Miyu, the one who loves taiyaki and wears frilly clothes all year around? She agrees to this too. He keeps going and asks her, is she the same Miyu that is good at studies, but somehow physically weaker than him, a dog lover, and so scared of bugs that even a beetle makes her cry, and also has a mole on her stomach. He keeps going as Miyu just stands there with a smile and some taiyaki in her hand. She keeps the taiyaki on the table and asks him if he wants to check. She lifts her skirt up and asks him if he wants to check if the mole is still there or not. Seeing her lift her skirt makes him blush and panic. He gets embarrassed and starts stuttering as he tells her that he can't do something like that. She stares at him blankly and asks him, why not? She tells him that he can find out for sure if she's the real Miyu or not. He just needs to check. As she's saying this, we see him blushing. As she still has her skirt lifted up, he tells her that he can't go that far with a girl. She warmly smiles at him and tells him that he's really too kind. Hearing this surprises him. He thinks about the smile, and that the mood was different, but it looked like the old Miyu for a second. As he's thinking this, she asks him if he won't eat the taiyaki, and if he won't have them, she'll have them instead. He looks like he would puke at the look of taiyaki, and tells her that he's already had a lifetime amount of these past few days, and that he thinks that he's done with taiyaki for a while. After hearing this, she sits down next to him and happily eats the taiyaki. As he looks at her eat it, he thinks that it's rare to see a person eating just taiyaki like this, and he can't think of a reason to impersonate Miyu like. He starts to think that maybe it is the real Miyu after all. But suddenly, he notices something. He grabs her hand, stops her from eating the taiyaki, as he looks a bit concerned. As he's holding her hand, he tells her that the Miyu he knows always started eating the taiyaki from the head. Hearing him say this surprises her. She smiles at him and slowly puts her finger on his lips to silence him. Seeing this reaction worries him. She continues and tells him to keep this a secret, as she tells him that he's caring. She gets real close to his ears and tells him that she's not the Miyu he used to be friends with. Hearing this shocks him. He tries to ask her who is she. She tells him that she's a complete stranger to him, who coincidentally has the same exact name and birth date as the Miyu he knew. He immediately pulls back and puts his guard up. He looks scared as he asks her if the real Miyu is dead. She looks sad as she replies to him and tells him that the real Miyu is dead. Now we see the fake Miyu remembering the day she visited the real Miyu when she died. She thinks about this and tells him that it was only a matter of time before a friend found out. He looks scared as he asks her why would she do something like fraud, even if she had the same name and birthday. He screams at her and asks her what's her goal and how did the real Miyu die, and from what his mom told him, it was an accident. Miyu calmly replies and tells him that he's honest, and conversely, he's way too obvious. She continues and tells him that saying whatever comes to his mind can be fatal. Hearing this makes him panic a little. She takes a bite of the taiyaki and tells him that's exactly why he got used like that by a person like Mirai. As she licks the crumbs off her lips, she gives a sharp look at him and tells him that his friend Miyu also died like that, most likely. The MC tries to say something, but she suddenly shoves the half-eaten taiyaki in his mouth and tells him to not worry, because he has her now. She smiles at him and tells him that from today, she'll be the new Fukagawa Miyu, and she will always be his friend. Seeing Miyu smile like that scares him and leaves him stuttering. He slowly crawls back and falls off the sofa. He panics and grabs his bag as he runs out the house while still munching on the taiyaki. We hear him crash as he tries to rush. Miyu looks at him and says that he didn't say no to what she said. She says that as expected, he is so kind. Now we see Murai walking on the road. He looks irritated as he thinks about what Miyu did. He gets frustrated and thinks that Miyu is screwing around and asks why did he get an indefinite suspension. As he approaches his home, he says that it would make sense if he did it, but he got blamed for something he didn't do, and that Miyu is clearly the one in the wrong. He says that she'll regret it as he looks more frustrated now. He enters his house. As we see him enter his house, he says that he's back home and sees a pile of garbage right in front of the door. And this is how this chapter ends. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you,